Good morning, everybody. How you guys doing? Let me do my usual and go up to the list and see. I do believe I'm out of focus. Sorry about this, guys. Sorry. Big old beard face. All right, that should be better. um, which camera? Oh, I'm on the wrong camera. that's what it is. There we go. All right. So, good morning, Rob. You were first in. Right on, right on. Nice little chat with you. You got your stepson as a striker. Freaking cool. I need a striker. Mountain Critters, how you doing? Dana Maggiore, what's up? Shane Lalonde, what is going on? Wayne Heights, top of the morning, good people. Mountain Critter. Poor man, what's up? Mr. Boyles, how you doing? Ben Toombs, I said it last stream, but I didn't. You weren't there. Happy belated birthday. Um, Happy birthday, short guy. I mean, little guy. I mean, Ben. Love you, man. Randy, good morning. Um, Mr. Maker, for once you are up early enough in Cali. Good morning. How's it going, Headlight? Um, so I am going to attempt something similar to what I've been doing, and uh, a little bit different. Morning, Roy. Um, I am doing kind of an open call format instead of having, one person uh, be on the show with me the whole show, giving an opportunity for anybody who is interested, of course, to pop in and say hi to the community, introduce themselves, and talk a little bit briefly about what's going on in your neck of the woods and what's going on in your smithy, um, kind of thing. Just real quick micro interview. Like no more than I don't know, 10 minutes each or whatever. Uh, unless, of course, I don't have a line of callers. Whoever's on the line can hang out as long as they want. See how it goes. It's kind of the idea of bringing the community together and letting people know who everybody is. Uh, hmm. Good morning, JT. Good morning, Donna Martin. How you doing? Out of caffeine. Uh, excuse me. Steven, good morning, North Country Forge. Keith, whatever, good morning. Sulbert, how you doing? Going down, going down, going down. Bill Wheel, how you doing? Uh, Hubcap, good morning, quick in and out. Nice. Um, but yeah, I feel like I'm oversaturated here or something. Nidavalier and Jeff Cren, how you guys doing? Um, Let me see if I can adjust my uh, saturation. That seems a little bit better. Yeah. I was more set for the forge. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. Solbert was pulling platinum. I didn't catch that video yet. um, yeah. Uh, I adjust all the filters and everything based on what I'm doing, and I know that there's a way to set profiles. I just haven't figured it out yet. So where it's just one click and it sets for this, one click and it sets for that. You know. Um, but anyway, yeah. So how's everybody doing? Um, I do believe I may have one caller lined up, if he's interested still. I know he added me in Skype, so there's a handful of people of you guys who have added me in Skype. But yeah, all um, a lot of you guys, yeah. I wish you guys could see like my setup. Like I've got like two screens. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 windows open. um, yeah, it doesn't look so blush now. I still feel the focus is off a little bit. Um, let me get let me do this right quick here. Anybody else just love the Skype ringtone? Let me switch over the. All right, now I gotta say, where is he? Properties. Okay, nope. There he is. Ah, get rid of that. I've got all these icons from people. Now he takes up the whole side of it because he's, yeah. All right, let's do this. Say hi, Rob. For those of you guys who don't know, Rob Huff um,
Hey, what's up?
works really closely there with as far as I've seen, he takes every class available to him. Um, it's like I know Rob that you've met a handful of us at Quad State a couple years ago. Um, this dude's a good guy. Uh, there you go. That's better. So Rob, got the opportunity to say hi to everybody, let everybody know who you are. Those who don't, of course. um, and tell us a bit about what you're working on, some of the experiences you've had.
Oh, that's a good question. Lots of experience lately. Taking many classes. Got a class coming up with Roy Adams in a few weeks, I think. I'm gonna move out of my garage real quick because I can hear an echo.
Oh,
Um,
that echoes likely me. Let me switch my uh, mic.
but yeah, working on just working on some tooling. Trying to get some practice under my belt. Got my stepson striking for me. Got him some uh, interest going with him. So we'll see how we can go. We made a cross peen on Friday, and then we started a rounding hammer yesterday, and we'll go from there. The material we're using is not great, so we don't really know what it is. I know it doesn't seem to be hardenable, so it's just practice.
If it's
But
just practice, yeah. I mean, a lot of people kind of poo-poo the whole using say mild steel for a not its intended purpose. Um, but if you're
right,
practicing to know how metal moves, you know, you can
yeah,
make heck a mild steel hammer a useful hammer. It's a
yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's what I told my stepson too. I was like, even if we can't harden this, we can still use this as a
right.
soft hammer. So there's
But
value there.
but you can go through the process of hardening.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
for example, you could say, okay, in this test run, we're taking this piece of mild steel. In this test run, we're going to act like it's 4140. So, you look up, I know, that the process of hardening 4140 is dot, 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 dot. Even though it's not going to work, we're going to go through the motions so that when we do get a piece of 4140, we have that kind of muscle memory. We've done this physical action before. And so it's like, okay, it's kind of like a dry run. You know that, all right, well, what if
right.
you set your quenchant on the other side of the other side of the anvil, or like you go through it with the mild steel and then go, you know what? I really think the setup would be better this way. you know?
I just looked up and saw the TV. If I'd have known that I was going to be on a big screen, I'd have pretty good.
No, you're totally fine. I mean, look at this mug. I just
I will say the crossbeam we made was hardenable. I don't know what that material was, but we did manage to harden it, which was surprising that it survived because it's a small hammer.
right.
Um, and it had some issues, but it survived and it's hardened. So we tempered it back. Um, it's going to be, I don't want to really call it a cross peen. It's more like a wave peen, but I'm sure we can make use out of it somewhere.
Sure, sure. I mean, even just the prex. I've got a couple cross beams that I've attempted during live streams like last year that I never finished. Not sure the steel they are, what they are. Heck, I punched the eye, drifted the eye, forged the cross peen part out partially, and then threw a handle on it. Just an old busted handle on it, just to see if I could. It was basically a practice of my fit up. You know.
Right on.
Um,
Yeah, that's basically all I've been doing lately. Looking forward to taking some more classes. I think the one with Roy is going to be my last one this year. But honestly, I want to. I definitely want to say to anybody, if you're on the fence about taking a class, don't be. I learned more in those classes than I had, leading months leading up to them. I feel like in the last year, my skill has grown immensely. I mean, I'm still nowhere near what some of you guys are, but
oh,
I can see the difference already,
I,
and that's a comforting factor.
yeah.
Being able to look at work, and that's the other thing I'll say. If you're new, save your work so you can go back and look at it and see your progress. Because sometimes it might not be immediately apparent until you find that old crappy leaf you made, and then look at the new leaf, and you're like, "Wow, I didn't realize I was that bad."
Right, right.
Um, and I've seen a lot of things like that laying around as I've been cleaning up my shop. I find stuff, and I'm like, "Holy smokes, look at this crappy thing I made." And then I look at something that I made recently, and I'm like, "Man, it's amazing to me, in 6 months how much I've changed."
Yeah,
And I have to credit guys like Roy and Brian Brazil and Ed Brazil, Jamie Geyer. Those guys have all been great mentors and teachers. So if you get an opportunity, definitely take a class with somebody.
right, right. I'll take a moment and say hi to the people popping in. Aaron Dennis, Boar. I saw Ethan, throw down in there. How's it
Yep.
going, everybody? Um, and yeah, talking about, Randy saying, like for my uh, untempered, like unfinished thing, make a soft face hammer, sure. Um, you know, or no, he's talking about your mild steel hammer. You can also case harden it.
Right.
And somebody was saying use it as top tools. Old hammers that
Yep.
like just the old scrap, keep it. The old projects, keep them because you can turn them into other things if you need to. You can be like, man, I need a chunk steel this big. I don't have any. Oh, there's that old hammer that I tossed in the scrap pile. That'll little bit of tweaks and that'll be good for this. You know. Excuse me.
Yep. Absolutely. In fact, we were contemplating what to do about not having a ball swage to make cupping tools with, and then I realized I have a crappy sledge that I hate, and it fits perfectly in the cupping tool we have. So
Sure.
I think we're gonna draw back the striking face and use that. We'll probably just put it in the fire and go from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Absolutely.
hate that sledgehammer, so I figure I've got a better use for it.
Yeah. On that too, a lot. You can make yourself a big old heavy, um, uh, mild steel hammer, and then with that use just any old sledgehammer as that. You could strike a hardened surface with it. So
Yep.
it's like soften one end, or if like say you have a sledgehammer that that's perfect for a cupping tool, but I don't want to take the handle off and soften the end. Just okay, take a big old chunk of steel and toss a handle on that and use that as the soft faced hammer.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know. Oh, hey,
Well, I'm
Boar.
gonna jump off this video thing and let somebody else have a chance so I can read the comments too.
Yeah, yeah. In the right here, he's getting ready to go back to the comment section. He's gonna, you know, uh, this is Rob Huff, and he's been in all the live streams, and he's been super active in the community, and he's an awesome guy and a stellar person, and he is going to take off, and we'll go back to just me, unless somebody else wants to call in.
Somebody else wants to call in, I'm sure of it. You
Okay.
guys take care.
Yeah. Thank you, Rob. Good to see you.
All right, thank you, man.
All right.
Yep.
That was Rob Huff, everybody. Good guy, good guy. Yeah, so that's basically what I'm doing today is if you feel like calling in and saying hi, telling us a bit about yourself, you know, it's the community thing. This camera. I gotta unplug this other camera or something. If you were to buy a propane forge, what kind would it be? I don't know. I would probably buy I would probably buy the parts to build one to what because I would want a larger forge than, I don't know propane forges, to be honest. Yeah, I agree, Wayne. It would be awesome to be in a position to take classes with me. Hopefully didn't break any screens. No, you're great, Rob. Welcome back. But yeah, it's I'd love to be in a position to take classes, both time and money, though. Most of the classes that are available to me are they're either too far away, like the Goshen thing, for example, would be a 10-hour drive, and I can't afford time to do that, let alone the money to take a class. It's rough, but I tell you, if I was in a position to, I would take every class. Mr. Yamez's neighborhood. Yeah, I have heard great things about Atlas Forges. I don't know their full catalog, but the ones that I have seen of the Atlas Forges, they're great forges. He does a pour style, so it's like I remember seeing pictures where he builds the box, puts like a core in the center, and then pours the refractory around it and lets it dry up. But I'm not sure if he has one. I believe they're mostly like the cylinder knife forges. I don't know if he's got a big one that can say, like, a benefit to propane for me would be enough space in the forge body to hold multiple, like, say, hammer billets, to where I can put them all in there and have them all soak up some heat, and then take them out and work on them one at a time, back and forth, boom, boom, boom. So that's kind of, Randy, I know, knows a bit about the Atlas forges. I do know they're good forges. Anyone here in the South Carolina area? I do believe I do have some people in the South Carolina area here. I know I'm in the northeast corner of North Carolina. Yes, Ben Strickland and Aimless are both in the South Carolina region. I learn more from you all, not Yamez, but everyone else. Right. I do more entertainment stuff. Entertainment and inspirational. If I can teach something, or if somebody learns something from me, cool. But, yeah. With the largest forge is the dual burner Firestorm at 14 inches long with a 5.5 inch diameter chamber. That might be worth it for what I'm talking about. Black Bear Forge is participating in Skillshare. Yep, there's that. But $5 super chat in from Rob Huff. Wife told me to stop with the super chats, but she's asleep. Thank you. Yeah, my wallet told me to stop with the super chats. Thank you very much, man. Much appreciated. The lines of applause are coming in. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Curtis. Yes, we're doing an open call format today for those of you who have popped in. I just had Rob Huff pop in and say hi. I'll put the Skype link again, and that is Skype link, so that, if you guys are feeling the need to pop in and say hi, let us know who you are, what you're doing. Yeah, you get to be on the side of the screen. Morning, Sky. Morning, Bill. Has anyone tried the YouTube version of Starlight as a refractory? I know of Starlight. I haven't made it and tried it. I haven't because I'm not big on propane forges. I have 2 propane forges. I use coal primary, so it's like lower on the priority list of things for me to do. But I'd imagine it might work. Metaltainment, I like that. Neil Graham, good morning. Drayson, $2 super chat. Mump is the word. Yes. You lost your only coal supply within 150 miles. Oh, that's rough. Daniel, I'd call in right now, but I look like Yoda in the morning. An idea for another time with this format, quick shop tours. That's a good idea too, Pretty much, it's like if you call in, like if you call in, it's as long as it's kept in the blacksmithing world, it's like any topic of conversation, anything you want to bring up, about blacksmithing, is fair. If you want to call in and do a shop tour and show a little bit of what you've been working on, that's totally fine by me. Works for me. Thank you very much, by the way, for the super chat. I've got Sky Coal about an hour away. Nice. Yeah, I've got the 2 forges that I have. One of them that I got from a buddy of mine, local. I believe I can't remember if he gave it to me or if I traded him spike knives or something. But yeah, I don't think he made it. I think he bought it, but I have no idea what brand it is, and it works all right. It doesn't get up to welding heat, but it does work all right. And the other one I haven't fired up yet. I've got some tweaks to do, and I've got to coat it in castable, which I don't have. And that was from Mr. John Coffey over at the Coffee Grounds. It's one of the forges that we used in the hammer classes a couple of years ago. Romake, how you doing, man? Yeah, long time no see. Mr. Alden, how's it going? Yeah, being able to convince a local store to stock coal is good. Yeah. I'll tell you, a propane forge for me would definitely have to be able to get up to welding heat. Easy peasy, no problem. Because that's one of the benefits, in my eyes, to a propane forge, is, say, when doing Damascus, you could put it in there and let it soak without risk of burning it. Yeah, so definitely. I do know that Tractor Supply, several locations around the, like not every location carries it, but several locations of Tractor Supply carries premium nut coal, um, or pea coal or something. It's anthracite is what it is, but they do carry it. Rob, does the Hell's Forge get up to welding temp? Yeah, I think a lot of the outdoor forges are in the weather right now. Aw, out of coffee. Yeah, one of these days, Ben, we got to get you to set your camera on the floor so that you can, be on the show with me. You don't need a mic, or you don't need a camera stand. Stand in front of it and go, hey. My guild a while back went from $15 a bag to $20 a bag for a 50-pound bag, and just recently, I believe they are working on. They put in the order for some coal from Pennsylvania, and they're going to be getting it cheaper and selling it for I think $10 a bag. So my guild will be a decent supply for local coal for me. I still would be my bulk purchases. I would help to Hans over at Charming Hollow Forge to buy coal from him by the ton. Who also, by the way, is working with Dan Moss in steel supply. So I don't have the website just offhand, but Hans, if you contact Hans Groff, he can hook you up with some steel. Good morning, Eric. Morning, Donut. How you doing? See, my guild, a way to store bulk coal. My bulk coal is just in. I keep them in the bags, just stacked up on the side of the garage. $20 for 50 pounds to me is, is a no-no for me, because where I'm at, because that's just it's it's like it's rough, and you don't get a deal with the guild buying in bulk, as far as I know. Maybe if you buy a ton, but I'm not gonna pay a ton for a ton of coal at $20 a bag, even if there's a small discount, because I can spend $220 plus some gas money and go hang out with a friend for a weekend and get a ton of coal. There you go. Bulk would be nicer. May switch from charcoal. It becomes cheaper to buy coal than to make charcoal. Absolutely. If you're in a position to make charcoal and you have enough wood to facilitate that, charcoal makes a great forge fuel, and it's cleaner burning too. Yes, briquettes have sand and not sand. They have like additives in it to help hold the shape, and they're really junky for a fuel. They work and they will work as a fuel, but it's yeah. Oh, I'm not on this mic.
That should be a better audio. um, Yes, a clay, not sand, a clay binder. But yeah, again, don't know if anybody heard this, but I am doing an open call format today, where if you feel like calling in and saying hi to people, you're more than welcome to. Um, just saying. I'm keeping my eyes on the chat, seeing if anybody pops in and says, "Ooh, call me, call me." uh, yeah, do I, Bueller? um, but thank you, Rob, for the call, by the way. You know, uh, I fully understand that not everybody is, you know, wanting or able to be on cameras, and that's totally fine. No pressure. You know, uh, big shout out. I haven't seen her since. Big shout out to Clara Bison from Insanity, the Insane Forge, or the Insane Blacksmith. Um, just her and Speargrass Forge just stole the show for me when I was having issues before. Um, yeah. So Aimless with the super poop, $1 super chat. Thank you, man. um, thank you very much. But yeah. Hmm. At Wayne, so is Yamas, but we don't complain too much. Right. Yeah. I ain't the prettiest at all. I already can't wait for spring to where I can shave this off. I've been letting it grow mainly out of laziness, but my excuse is that winter is coming, so gotta let this fuzz come up. I wish I had more scars on my face. You know, it'd be really cool as if I had like the kind of scar. Like, what happened to you? Did somebody hit you in the face with an axe? Ah. What are you talking about? You totally rock that. No, yeah, no. People tell me that. People tell me that I look really good with a full beard. But I 100% my personal look, is a shaved head with just the mustache and goatee. You know, in the summer it's nice and cool on my cheeks. I don't overly sweat. um, yeah. Wooden barrels to store coal. I'll tell you, if you do wooden barrels, make sure that they're able to be stored outside. If you're going to be storing them outside, um, I have seen people build wooden coal bins. I would like to build one myself. Um, Something user friendly where it's like, you know, pull something up and it dumps into a bucket and I slide it down or something. But that's not necessary. If I were to do it in my area, I would definitely make it out of pressure treated, um, because it's humid and rainy and icky here. um, yeah. uh, Always getting it in the chili bowl. uh, Shut up, Ben. uh, Gotta go. Chores. Take care, Mountain Critter. See like the maybe interest in some metal coloring videos. Hmm. Just reading the chat here. I used to think like you yams, but ever since going full beard, I'm never going back. I will say that the benefit to a full beard is, you can wake up, go through your day, and then go to sleep and not have to factor in the time for shaving and grooming and just run a comb through it. maybe a bit of beard balm, and call it a day. Um, yeah. uh, beware of the beard anytime a spoon is needed. Yeah, I do have to trim right here today because every time I take a bite of something, it's like all of a sudden all the I'm like pick out. uh, oh Ben, JT makes awesome beard balm. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. um, but the thing is I prefer to be bald, and getting rid of this hair is a necessity. Um, Otherwise, I look like Bozo the Clown uh, if I let it grow out. And bald with a beard just looks odd to me. On me, not to me. Built-in dental floss. Poor man, I'm back. Came in at the wrong time. No, 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 no. uh, Bob Ross. Yeah. Um, but uh, but yeah, when we get on the topic of beards, blacksmiths and beards, they go hand in hand. There are some epic beards in the blacksmith community. We actually just saw one when Rob Huff was on camera. He's got an epic beard. He's got that like heavy metal beard. It's got the salt and pepper, and he's got the long hair to go with it, so that when he's shredding on guitar, you know, um, hap- I'll put a happy little rivet in. Oh, I love it. Uh, who would be the Bob Ross of blacksmithing YouTube community? Who would be the Bob Ross? Um, you know, got to be quiet spoken and severely artistic, not artistic. Um, who would you guys call the Bob Ross of the blacksmithing YouTube community? You know, really, I'm kind of curious. Bald and beards are the new cool. See? Yeah, I don't chase trends, but he does that he won't give me, so I don't know what y'all messaging doing for him just saying. What are you talking about, Ben? hmm. Bob Ross had an afro. Tim? You think Tim? Hmm. I think Tim. Hmm. The shop teacher I never had, Black Bear Forge. But Tim's got that like, you know, he does like the perfect voice for voice. He has the perfect voice for voiceovers. You know, um, I see I see John Switzer more as the who's that guy from This Old House? Um, walking you through every aspect of the project so that he makes sure that you understand it. Um, Whereas Tim, as far as Bob Ross is concerned, he's making this piece, and then uh, talking while he's making the piece, not so much explaining every single detail of what he's doing, but just saying, oh, and then here's this, and then we'll just put a happy little rivet here. Yeah, maybe. Greg Malone, good morning. How you doing, brother? Tim, I think it'd be a toss-up. Um, Norm Abrams, I haven't seen him yet. Rowan Taylor, that's a good possible call. But that quiet, that quiet calmness that is so indicative of, you're watching Bob Ross. Bob Villa. Thank you, Sully. Um, yeah. um, Bob Ross used to be a drill sergeant. I can and can't see that. I can't see his personal, the way he is when he's painting as a drill sergeant, but I could see somebody who is a drill sergeant and yelling all the time to then have a hobby where it's like, you know what? I'm just peaceful and calm. I yelled at those grunts all day, just peaceful and calm, peaceful and calm. Paint a little tree. That's where I hid the body. uh, but Norm Abrams was one of the guys on this old house. Okay, yes, yes, I actually do remember something about that. I didn't know his name, but I knew that Bob Villa wasn't the uh, main. You know, Bob Villa was. I think he was more a host than an actual construction guy. You know, but he is known for this old house. You know, we hung out with him and his wife, and they're great dog poppers. Yep, Big Dog is an awesome person. Never seen Tim now. I gotta watch his stuff. Keith, so you know this whole Blacksmiths Sunday morning gathering, Blacksmiths church that we do here, was actually started by Tim 3 or 4 years ago, and it grew and grew and grew, and he got busy to the point where he couldn't do it anymore. So you know, he asked me to take over, so I did. Um, so yeah, this all here, this Sunday morning gathering is brought to you by Tim from Big Dog Forge. If you don't know who he is, I highly recommend you check him out. He 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 does a lot of experimental stuff that you wouldn't think would work, and you can use his videos as a kind of an argument stopper, like when you see on Facebook or something when people are oh, you for making Damascus, it's like you absolutely cannot do Damascus unless you have perfectly clean, perfectly flat, like perfectly well done. It's like I've seen Big Dog Forge take a bunch of rust covered metal, put it together, heat it up, and then make a billet of Damascus. And the rust, the oxides in it, helped with um, the pattern, and it was awesome. Um, you know, so for anybody, really, Big Dog Forge is a great channel to watch for anybody who is told that you can't do something a certain way, or you can't do something, it has to, or it has to be done only one certain way. We were living in a house, and we had partied all night. And Sunday morning, this parade came through town and woke us all up. The other guitarist, opened the window and yelled out for them to shut up. Dude on the float turned around and freaked out. It was Bob Ross. That's funny, Rob. um, would there be a blacksmith named Bob? Yes, there is a blacksmith named Bob. There's a B&B Forge. Uh, good friend of mine. Another channel that I highly recommend you check out. He's got some good stuff. Skyforge. I can go into that topic if y'all want me to. The dude that scared Bob Ross. Real quick, without throwing a huge argument out there, and call it a rant, if you will, small mini rant, on the subject of the colloquialism of calling pattern welded steel Damascus. If I'm talking to somebody and I say, I made a piece of Damascus because of the widely, widely accepted colloquialism of calling pattern welded steel Damascus, they instantly know what I'm talking about. If I were to say, I made this pattern welded steel, the average non-smith would have no clue what I'm talking about. And then that would have to lead into a 15-minute discussion or explanation of why Damascus is called Damascus, the Woot steel, and why pattern welded steel came about, and why, because a group of people really don't feel that it should be called Damascus because it's pattern welded steel. Why? Screw it, Damascus. You guys know what I'm talking about. No need to argue about it. That's kind of my take on it. Yes, we know Damascus isn't, or is Woot steel. We know that. Between us, we know that. But it's, for flow of conversation, it's easier to just say, oh yeah, this Damascus billet. $5 super chat in from Ethan Phillips. Why? Just because. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Oscar Duck, I have seen that channel. Excuse me. I highly appreciate the super chats, guys. Really, really, really. Yeah, Bill, they really did mess that up. That was a huge boost to our community, specifically our community. And from what I understand, the reason they got rid of that feature was because in other communities it was being taken advantage of. You'd get people, spamming during somebody's live stream, like, add me, or subscribe to me, so they removed the ability to quickly, subscribe to somebody. Dumb. It's really dumb that they did it. But they did have a reason, and it has nothing to do with, the blacksmith community. Exactly, Sulbert, Shamrock. The language evolves over time, and the term is currently an accurate representation of the items. That is probably the best argument for it, Uh, hmm. Roy was already here, Keith. He's on his way to church. Yeah, Roy was here this morning. He hasn't been giving me a chance to summon him. He's just been coming over, you know. Rob, video's worth the effort, in my opinion. Absolutely yes. In some others' opinions, absolutely not. Once you start, it's hard to stop because it's fun. But unless you're just throwing videos up like unedited and you don't really care about growing a channel, um, like working on a YouTube channel is like a full-time job. Even when you're not editing videos and uploading videos and whatnot, I mean, you're still, you know, responding to comments as you can, or, studying the SEO, trying to improve, falling in. I mean, you've got kind of the jump ahead because you probably have recorded thousands of music videos, you rock star you. $10 super chat from Ben Toons. He just wants me to say this. I hate you, brother. It didn't let me put a middle finger. Are those faces sideways because you've got a lean to the left? You gremlin. uh, but yeah, I'd watch. I'd watch your videos. I try to watch everybody's videos. It's just it's tough. Thank you very much, Ben. Maybe one of these days I'll stop messing with you, or maybe one of these days I'll be able to afford to pay for Penny to fly over to Spokane and surprise tackle you. you know. But you will never know. You will never know. Just think about it this way: if I ever make it big, you're gonna have to be watching over your shoulder every time you pass a hedgerow or some bushes, because Penny might just jump out and attack you. See, and Rob, I honestly don't even worry about the negative comments. You know, uh, I a lot of my videos, people have corrected me in things that I've said or done, and uh, I had to remove a couple because they were, correcting me, and then in a very negative, uh, negatively constructive criticism, you know, and it's like, no need to be an ass, but it's like that's what my response is always. This is what my channel is for somebody better than me to see what I'm doing and offer a different solution. And I try to take all advice into heart. I give you an opportunity to look back and see much. Yes, that's true, Randy. I'm not spilling enough borax. I don't have any borax in here. I do have some of that guy's. Almost, I'd say 90% of my videos has 1 or 2 thumb downs. And it's funny because anytime another YouTuber does a video about me, it's like, or mentions me in a video, like those videos also get those 1 or 2 thumb downs, and it's like, I know who you are out there. uh, Gotta run. Adios, Sky. I have not, Bill. I will tell you, one of the, like you were saying, that subscribe. That's one thing that I used to do during my live streams, was click on somebody and go to their channel and subscribe. But I don't have that ability right now. So yeah, that's rough. Uh, like in the movie Tag. I saw the movie Tag. Good movie. Hate how you sound recorded. You can do what JLP Services does on her videos, where it's you record the different aspects, and then you put like a blurb of what you're doing, an overlay. Oh, Steve, don't get gangrene or tetanus. Am I missing something, Solbert? My brain is hurting, Sully. You're hurting my brain, Sully. You're welcome, Yamez. LOL. What did I do? What did I miss? Did I miss something? Did I subconsciously? Oh, penny tackling Ben like in Tag, out of the bushes, flying through the. Yes. Okay. I get where you're going with it. Yes. Oh, yes. uh, I believe she has gotten deeper and deeper into acting, which I applaud. I have a background in acting. I applaud her efforts for that. You know. Um, so yeah. Ben, you look like a goat. What? Did I say that out loud? Inside words stay inside. uh, uh, Goats. um, I have not made any puzzles. Um, I'll be honest, my brain doesn't quite work that way for making puzzles. Um, if I were to try, I feel what would happen would be I would, in my head, make it with the intent of only having one way to take them apart, and then give it to somebody, and then they just go, "Oh, you know. So that's something that I'd have to like design out of wire, and I'm not good with puzzles, so I don't think I'd be good at making them. I am you, Ben Toombs. Don't you guys realize I am Ben Toombs if he was all grown up? I got 200 pounds on you, Ben. Oh, come on, guys. I'll tell you what. Y'all don't have to. I wish I had more coffee. I only have a two cup coffee pot. Yeah. What cigarette? But I do believe today, for the rest of the day, I do believe I have to call him and make sure. He usually calls me by now to ask if it's going on. I had intended on going over to Scott Seward's shop um, to work more. So thank you, Aimless, for the super poop. I appreciate all of you guys, uh, all of that. I really appreciate it. You know, um, thank you, and adios, uh, Mister Super Pooper. um, what is the use of it, Wayne? It is to limit my caffeine intake. Um, Also, timing. It takes me a while to drink a cup of coffee, and I wake up an hour before I have to go to work, and and I adjust that, and I bought that coffee pot when I was, living in Key West, and because I woke up at like 5 in the morning, I'd schedule it to, or I'd set the timer to make coffee at 4:30, so that when I woke up to fresh brewed coffee, and 2 cup because both space in my apartment, it's easier to move, and I had basically had the time to just drink 2 cups and then had to go to work. Yes, Keith, there is absolutely a Discord. And Rob, if you can give, I think there was some sort of I don't want to say issue. Copy. Here. Oh, Rob's got it. Yeah. Something. Anyway, I was saying something. Yeah, I was talking about coffee. Coffee's whatever. I love coffee too much. Um, any more progress on my power hammer? Uh, right now, I believe the last time you guys saw it, I had all the armatures on, um, and I had the wheel up there. Right now, um, I need to take the wheel and the wheel weldment over to the mechanic, and he's going to help me pull. Yeah, I've got to get the tire patched and pulled off the rim, weld the wheel weldment on it, and then put it all back together. And when I was in there having my truck worked on, he told me next time I'm getting my truck worked on, bring that, and he'll take care of that for me. And that was going to be with the money that I got from those uh, mechanicals to fix my truck, and that fell through. So I don't have the money right now to get my tie rod changed. Um, so pretty much my goal is, I got a bunch of hammers that I'm making right now. My goal is to have those, finished and, on the website for sale, uh, and use the money from that sale to fix my truck and move forward on the power hammer. I'm not saying there aren't other things I can be doing, but I'd kind of like to get the wheel mounted so I know where to mount the motor assembly and then with the motor assembly mounted, I'll know how long I need for the thingamajiggy, the treadle controls. Now, just joined. Let me check and make sure, because we do have a purgatory. Roles, user. Okay. Oh, yeah. But so that's kind of where I am with the power hammer. And thank you, Rob, for pulling up the link for the Discord server. Speaking of the Discord server, real quick, Rob, on the YouTube bot that posts videos from me, like each video that I post, live streams and such, puts like 3 or 4 notifications out, like spammy like crazy. I don't know if there's an adjustment for that, but like it announces when I schedule a live stream, it announces when I go live, and then it announces when it finished processing. It's like, huh? But yeah, with all of that, I am going to end the stream, say goodbye to you wonderful people out there, and thank you all for your time. Thank you all for adjust that by not posting it in Discord. It's automatic, Sully. It's a bot that is linked to my channel. It's linked to several people's channels, so that when anybody that has a channel in the Discord server, it basically alerts the Discord server that a new video has been released. It's not me personally posting all that spam. It just it happens. But yeah, big hugs to all of you guys out there, and thank you all for being an awesome community, and sitting on my shoulder throughout the weeks and months and years, and keeping my head on straight. Black Collar Ironworks in at the buzzer with a $10 super chat. Just woke up groggy. This one of the say, hey Apollo, fall back to sleep. Voice to text. Voice to text is always a bear. I know that. I get you, BC. I get you, man. Black Collar. Thank you very, very much for the super chat. Big supporter of the channel. Glad to have you back. Love you, man. Pop up with a tent one day. Yeah, man. I'm gonna do a yard cleanup party. Anybody who comes here, bring a chainsaw and an axe and a rake or something, and clean up the yard with me. If you want to come and camp, bring the stuff to clear the land so that you can put a tent down. But you guys all have a wonderful Sunday. Toss on them safety glasses, get out to the shop, and make something beautiful. One of these days I'm gonna make a mechanical arm for Ben. Straps on his shoulder, and sorry. I love you guys. All right. With that, you guys take care. Like an old barn raising, yes. I would love one day to have my shop be kind of I don't want to say a mecca, that's presumptuous, but a blacksmiths campground, where people can come and spend a weekend, camping, forging, taking lessons, giving lessons, Be like, oh, what y'all doing this weekend? Oh, we're heading over to Yama's. We're gonna hang out at the island. All right, I'll see you there. You know, but maybe one day I'll have annual events. But you guys be good. I gotta click end stream. uh, I'll catch y'all later. Bye.